got together and created WOI. He came to me and I was praying about it and asked God, what do you want me to do? I know you want me to speak and give my testimony, but I also know there's something else that you want me to do. So happens Pete calls me with Jimmy Brown, who's another founder, he isn't here today, and asked me if I could be part of this organization. I started out just helping them here and there, and really didn't know what I was getting into. Well, so happens now I am the vice president of the organization. So I think God has great plans for me. Well, like I said, he always has the wounded in mind. He knew that there had to be an organization out there to help them. You know, these guys endure so many hours of surgery, so many surgeries, so many hours of therapy, maybe even months of therapy, and they're kind of left alone, kind of the forgotten. One way he pointed it out to me, actually, we had a conversation, was when they had the Dallas shootings. He asked me, well, do you know how many officers were shot? And I couldn't answer that. I said I knew 5 died. But really, how many were shot?
That's pretty cool.
A total of 13 were shot that day. And basically, the ones that got the press were the 5. The other 8 were left. Nobody really knew about them. So that, to me, is something that I brought to the pastor and speaking to him, and God's laid this on his heart to do something for us. Well, when Pete had this vision, like I said, he had a vision for this organization to create other programs. One of the programs that we created is our Blue Line Support, which is a peer-to-peer program that was actually, it started June 12th of 2016. If you guys know what June 12th, 2016 is, that was the Pulse shooting. That's when Pete decided to do a soft launch of our Blue Line Support. Since then, we've had dozens come through that program. In 2 cases, there were officers that even couldn't go back to the job. And we helped them return back to work. So that in itself, to me, says that we're needed. That's a success. If you got folks going back to work after seeing something so horrific. Well, and another thing that we do, and this is where supporters like you help us. Every year we hold a weekend to honor our wounded. And that's not just Central Florida wounded, that's nationwide. What we do is we fly in these wounded heroes and give them a weekend to just basically bond with other wounded heroes. We honor them with a gala. And within that gala, we also give them recognition and support. Like I said, we treat these guys, by the beginning of the week, actually, the beginning of that weekend, they're sitting in separate seats. By the end of that weekend, you can't get them apart from each other. So, and they still continue to talk to each other and help each other out through through that program, just through the gala. So, like I said, I know there's more to come from this organization, and me being the vice president, Pete working the way he does, and all the other folks that are involved, all of us, honestly, we don't get paid for this. This is all voluntary work. This is all something that's been put on our heart for the wounded. So we honor them by this organization and by your support. So this is what you're seeing today is where our funding comes from, and people who believe in us. Another thing that we're working on, and I forgot to mention this, is that we're also we're doing a reform bill for the benefits of our wounded nationwide. So this is something that we're also going to be presenting, hopefully to Congress, and get it up there in Washington to make some changes for our wounded. So this is, like I said, these are things that we're working on, constantly working on, and we got more programs coming so that we can help our wounded. But lastly, I want to say thank you for having us here. Like I said, I want to thank you for the support that you've given us. This, to me, humbles me. Because when you, especially with today's times, when you hear so much about the police, I know there's a lot more people that support us out here.
Yes, there are.
There's a lot more people that care about us out here. So to me, this is a humbling experience, and I want to thank you guys for taking the time today and coming out to support us. I appreciate it, thank you. I also want to bring up Chief McKinley. He wanted to present something to us as well. Pastor?
Good afternoon. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Mike McKinley, the Chief of Police for the Apopka Police Department. This is a great initiative that the Apopka Police Department does support. And on behalf of the men and women of the Apopka Police Department, we want to present the Wounded Officers Initiative with a check for $500.